Hi, my name's Nicole Salloum. I'm a physician assistant with the Hillsdale Hospital orthopedic surgeons. Today we're going to be talking about sports injuries, especially since they're a lot more common coming into the summer season. So the most common injury that typically occurs during physical activities are sprains, strains, dislocations, and fractures. Boys are a lot more susceptible to actually being injured during physical activity, but girls actually have a higher risk of concussions. The contact sport is closer to something like basketball or soccer, where you may be kind of pushing up against another individual, whereas a collision sport is more like football, hockey, and wrestling. The higher rate chance of actually becoming injured is most common in wrestling and football for boys, and then basketball and soccer for females. The most common injured joint actually is a knee joint, with females actually being higher risk than males just due to their different anatomy and the hormones in their body. So it's kind of important to consider all of that and try to take the time to prevent these injuries from occurring. It's also important to make sure that if you are participating in a sport, you're using correct equipment, helmets, shin guards for soccer, shoulder pads, anything of that sort that would be required in order to participate in that sport. There's many different ways you can prevent yourself from developing an injury, especially if you're just starting to get into doing activities that you don't normally perform throughout the rest of the year. One of the most common things is to make sure that you're performing both a warm-up and a cool-down. The cool-down is just as important as performing the warm-up. The warm-up is actually more specific about getting the blood flow to your muscles so that they're going to have as much blood flow to help with the actual activity, and opening up the blood vessels as well too. That way your heart rate can increase as well. And the cool down is actually extremely important because you want to slowly and gradually bring your heart rate back down to normal and not just shock your body into stopping immediately, which can cause some people to become very dizzy or pass out, and sometimes even have a little bit more of soreness in their bodies afterward. You want to drink plenty of water, plenty of fluids. Yes, you can throw some Gatorade, Powerade on top of that too, but mainly water is what you want to have flowing through your body to make sure that you are well hydrated in order to tolerate the activity. You also want to make sure that you are eating a healthy diet. That way you have high lean proteins and not too much sugars or fats that can just build up in your body as well. With the weather being warm, still go out, have fun, do different activities, participate in all your sports, and enjoy your time out there. Just take the time to think about how to prevent yourself from being injured, but still enjoying the activity at the same time.